I'd like to tell you a story. This story starts in 1909. In 1909, July the 1st, the age pension was introduced to Australia. And at that time, one was eligible to receive the pension when aged 65 for men and 60 for women. Now, due to pretty lax occupational health and safety standards of the day and diseases of the day, the actual life expectancy was only 55 and 59. In fact, only 4% of the population was over 65 years of age. And if we were to redo the pension and introduce it today using the same modelling, then, ready for this? We'd be 93 and 89 before we were eligible. Okay, let's talk about today. Now, today we have a lot of people in their 60s and 65. 89% of us, 89% of us will actually make it to be 65 and beyond due to good medicine and all those sorts of things. 89%. Now, what's this? This is scary. 76% of all these people are reliant, either fully or partially, on welfare and pensions. 76%. In fact, another 12% are in a state where they can't even rely on a pension. They've got to keep on working forever and ever and ever. That's 88% of everybody who makes it to be 65 and beyond are in this sort of predicament. And there's an army of people, a tsunami of people coming onto the pension age qualification as we speak, the baby boomers. Okay, now this was already predicted. This is not a surprise. In fact, in 1992, our country initiated the superannuation guarantee, and it was designed to take the pressure off pensions and have people self-fund in their own retirement from monies saved up over their working life. Well, there's a problem, and that is today, you ready for this? 94% of all the superannuation payouts are currently used to pay existing debt. That means that people are now got no more money because they've used it all to pay off debts and stuff. Now, look, it might be manufactured, new car, kitchen, bathroom, all the stuff that doesn't qualify in a means test. I'm not sure. But what we are sure is it's not doing the job, and that this army of people are still out there with their hand out waiting for a pension. So let me please do what I can to help you see that the pension system is a ticking time bomb, not just here in Australia, it's kind of everywhere. This is the front page of the Daily Express in Britain. Ready? Millions must work forever. Retirement now impossible due to pension crisis. Now, that there is pension reform is, unambiguous. We can't argue the point. What it's going to be, though, is still the subject of discussion. Sort of like for sure, it's going to be increased to 70, maybe even more, 75. I'm not sure, but for sure, it's going to be increased. Looks like highly likely that the lump sum access will be no longer, meaning that we've got to convert our super into a pay by the week type thing, like a replacement pension. If we're at the end of our working life and we're still heavily in debt, well, we might have to keep on working because we can't until we can self-fund ourselves, or sell some assets or relocate and downsize our family home, hopefully still live somewhere near the grandkids. Take a reverse mortgage if we want to stay in that home so we've got money to live off. Or like HECS is to education, pensions might need to be repaid from your estate when you go, like a loan almost. That's pretty scary. We don't know what the reform is going to be, but we do know for sure that there's going to be reform, and we do know for sure that those of us who are travelling down the path, nice and relaxed, thinking we're going to end up on a pension and go fishing, have a rude awakening ahead of us. We're going to really do what we can to help you see the dangers in being relaxed about this. ASIC, in their Money Smart site, offer us some overview of what might be needed. This is the retirement, living in comfort in retirement. They say, I don't know how you'd work out these figures so precisely, but 58,444 for a couple to live in some level of comfort. Not super, just some level of comfort. 58,444. Well, let's do a little calculation. If we had enough capital paying and earning 5%, which is pretty challenging today, you have to consider when banks are 2%. Anyway, say 5%, well, that would mean that we'd have to find nearly a million plus, million point one, million point two, to have in capital to create a yield at 5% that would help us live in comfort, a million plus. Now, I don't know about you, but that's a pretty challenging sort of number for most of us to contemplate. And this is after we own a home, finished. Home, no more home debt, finished. That's just money to live on. That's no more debts. Right? So, what I want to encourage you to do is consider your options. We're going to show you in a free consultation, right? Just go sit down, have a cup of coffee, accelerated mortgage elimination strategy. This is really, really going to surprise you and provoke you into some thinking. We're going to show you how it's possible for you to convert bad debt. Now, bad debt is regarded as a debt that is not tax deductible. Things like our home loan and credit cards and personal loans, all that sort of stuff. To convert that into good debt, which is tax deductible, and the numbers will absolutely, it's gobsmacking the difference it makes to have tax deductions versus no tax deductions. We're going to show you how this type of strategy can help you build wealth and not wait until you've paid off everything before you start thinking of investing, to show you a parallel strategy. Let me say this. Every day we're showing families and sitting down helping families to put strategies in place that are showing them how to pay off their home and an investment home at the same timeline that they're currently on track with just to pay off their home. Right? You need to just at least know about this. And I want you to imagine just for a sec, no more home loan. It's not going to be 30 years and 50 years. Look, 5, 6 years, 7 years. We'll show you. We'll show you how it works and how it all, you'll love it. Right? So just to help you, just sit back and just dream for a second, like winning the lottery. No, just sit back and dream for a minute that in a few short years up the road, no home loan. It's all shifted and changed and structured and remodeled and restructured. Right? Look, we want to sit down with you and go through this with you. As I mentioned earlier, we offer you our initial consultation is totally for free. Let's get together on this. There's a form on this page here that asks you to pop into some details, including your phone number. Let us call you, have a chit chat over the phone, and then arrange to get together over a cup of coffee if we feel it's appropriate, and see how we go. At least you know. At least you're going to know what's out there, and you can't say you didn't know, and that's not an excuse. All right. So let's get together, a cup of coffee, all free, and let's see where we end up. Have a good evening. Bye.